Do you wish you knew exactly how to write a sales post to attract soulmate clients using the most powerful gifts from your astrology chart? Well, guess what? Now you can learn how for free. I'm going to share my cosmic copywriting secrets that have helped people to instantly turn strangers on the internet into buyers for their high-ticket offers. In my 5-part training series, Cosmic Attraction Copywriting, you'll learn the mindset switch that takes my clients from feeling confused about their content or not feeling fully safe to share their story online to making sales more easily and naturally than ever before, with the astrological placement that unlocks a new level of depth in your storytelling that builds trust 10 times faster with the clients who are genuinely a very aligned fit to work with you. Plus, the messaging tweaks that take my clients from attracting people who can't afford it to easy sales into 5-figure offers with no sales calls. And you'll get clarity on the 3 things your soulmate clients need to hear from you consistently in your message to feel confident and excited to buy your offer. You'll also get my writing process prompts to share your story in a powerful way that stands out to the right people and leads to ready-to-buy clients popping up into your DMs asking to work with you. Click the link in the description for instant access to Cosmic Attraction Copywriting. This is Sarah Mack and welcome to Creative Magic Club. Together, we'll discover inspirational stories of creative entrepreneurs living out their dreams, doing the work they are most passionate about, and building wealth in magical and fun ways. While building a 6-figure income as a writer and coach, helping other women to launch their dream businesses, I've connected with so many incredible people and seen it proven again and again that you can thrive financially doing whatever it is you are passionate about. I'm here to share life-changing strategies for mindset, making money, and reaching more people with your work in a business and life filled with creativity, freedom, and fun. Hi, Sarah Mack here, and welcome back to the Creative Magic Club podcast, here to help you become a 6-figure creative by filling your high-ticket offer through authentic storytelling guided by your astrology chart. So this is my part 2 in the Soulmate Clients Attraction Marketing series. If you haven't already listened to part 1, definitely go back and check that one out, where I talk about brand storytelling for visionary leadership and the 3 really common blocks that creative rebels, visionary leader entrepreneurs often come across when it comes to selling and filling high ticket and attracting true soulmate clients with ease, and how to overcome them. So definitely go back, check that out, take notes, come back here for part 2 and stay tuned for part 3. This is such a game-changing series. I know you're going to love it. These are some of the biggest insights and shifts and conversations that I'm having most regularly with clients that lead to breakthroughs in high ticket sales and that, have done the exact same for me in my business. So before we dive in, I want to make a couple of quick announcements. I'm so excited to have opened enrollment for a new improved cohort of the Cosmic Copy Mastermind. This is going to be kicking off in January and it's going to run for 5 months, combining in-depth personalized copy, money mindset, and business support to fill your high-ticket offer in 2026. I'm going to share more about the changes that I've made and why this is such an incredible round to jump into at the end of the episode. I'm also rolling out a brand new business and astrology reading in very limited availability at special pricing for the first people who jump in as I bring this new way of supporting you through astrology out there. And I've already been using this in my own business and with my private and mastermind clients. So stay tuned on my email and socials for that if you want to learn more about using your astrology chart to break your patterns and get really targeted strategies to your most easeful path for more clients, sales, and freedom in your business. So let's dive in. I want to talk a little bit about the difference between low ticket and high ticket. And of course, there are many similarities. And for those of you who know my story, when I started in my coaching business, I was selling very low ticket offers. I had a $25 membership. I had coaching programs that were a few $100s. And when my clients started getting really great results, especially financial results, that was really the thing that gave me the confidence to raise my prices and to charge higher ticket. And this really was a big shift for me in my business. It made it so much freaking easier to hit my income goals. And, obviously this isn't true all the time. I've worked with incredible clients who have bought my low ticket offers, but more often than not, people who invest in high ticket coaching, they're amazing clients and they get better results because they simply are more invested. And that is so fulfilling because I get to see my work making a bigger impact in the lives of my clients. I'm able to show up for them more. I'm able to give them more of what they need to create that real transformation. And it's amazing for me because it's considerably grown my income and, was really the strategic shift in my business that allowed me to double my income from 50K to 6 figures within 13 months of launching my business. So selling high ticket involves a very specific set of skills and mindsets. And it's really a muscle that you have to build. And of course, there are so many similarities when you're selling low ticket offers, but I want to talk about some of the nuances today because these can be really game-changing. If you start to integrate these shifts into your mindset, into your content, it can be the thing that just leads your message and your storytelling to resonate with someone who's actually ready to invest in that offer now. And when you're selling a high-ticket offer, it is a brand and offer awareness that you have to build. And it involves being really strategic in who you are talking to in your content. And it's going to require a specific direction in your storytelling. So the 3 key mindsets that make all the difference that I'm going to share with you today, when you can really let these land and you can really integrate these into the approach that you bring to your storytelling when you're showing up to sell your high ticket offer, I promise you, it's going to shift how you write. It's going to shift how you talk about your offer, how you pitch and sell. And it's going to lead to easier sales. So one of the places where so many people get sidetracked from filling their high ticket offer, and I've been there a million times, especially when it looks like it's not selling, right? A big mindset pitfall that we can fall into is, if I lower the price, then surely I'll make sales more easily. And I've been there so many times and I've seen clients do this so many times where it's like, if I just charge way less, then surely it'll be easier to sell. Not always. Obviously, sometimes, yes, people are going to make a move on that deal. But sometimes lowering the price on your services is not actually the thing that's going to lead people to buy. This is how important your messaging is. It's really the angles that you talk about your work through. They have to be landing for people. And in very many cases, when that's landing, it actually doesn't freaking matter what your price point is. It could be $1,000 or $5,000 or $10,000, and there will be people who are willing to pay it. So low prices does not always mean easier sales. And I'm sure you've experienced this as well. Because no matter how much you're charging for an offer, you still have to do the same amount of work in your sales. You still have to get to know your client. You still have to position your offer. You still have to show up and sell it, which means developing that clear, consistent message that you test until it is actually working. And when do we know that a message is working? It's when you have money in the bank. It's when you have paying clients and when you love the clients that you're working with. That's when we know you're hitting the mark in your message. And then you repeat until you hit your enrollment goals. So a very common behavior, and it's called reaction formation, right? When something is painful, like, my high ticket offer isn't selling, nobody's interested, like our mind starts to spiral. So what feels like the path of least resistance can very often seem the opposite of what we're doing. Surely I must be doing something wrong, so I'll just do the opposite. I'll just sell something that's low ticket instead of selling something that's high ticket. And yes, lower ticket offers can become easy yes pathways that can lead to high ticket. But here's the most important mindset shift. The first one that I want to share with you, for you to remind yourself when you're really committed to following through and filling that high ticket offer. If you have decided that that is your business model, that you are choosing to reach your income goals to fill your high ticket offer, then stay focused on that goal and let all other strategic decisions in your business lead to that goal. So here's what I mean by that. Don't do what so many people end up doing, which is creating a lower priced offer for the people that can't afford the high ticket offer. When you want to create a lower priced offer as an easy yes pathway for people to get to know you more and get a taste of your work, and for you to get some cash in the door, create that lower priced option for the person who is the perfect fit for your high ticket offer. And then you can make an easy yes continuation offer to move them into that high level support. This is one of the easiest ways to fill a high ticket offer. So that's mindset number one. Commit to your high ticket business model if that's what you've chosen. It's different, it's different to scaling a lower ticket offer as a pathway to reaching your income goals. So commit and follow through and get skilled at doing the thing that you want to get good at. Mindset number two is do not speak to the people who cannot afford it in your content. And sometimes this can happen unconsciously, right? Because when we're in connection with people in our community, in our DMs or on sales calls, and we're hearing a lot of money objections, naturally, those people start to live in our brain and we can start to write to them and think about them like, oh, if only that person would just not have a money objection, they would be my dream client. But this is not what you want to do. And there are specific tweaks that you can make in your messaging. And this is really something that I work in depth with clients to train them on inside my one-on-one and my mastermind. These tweaks are really going to call forward the kinds of clients who are ready to invest. And sometimes that's a very small shift. It's a nuance, right? And I hear this from people all the time. And I used to tell myself this all the time. Like, oh, this person is a dream client, or I love my clients who are in my lower ticket offers and would love to work with them high ticket. And they want to work in my high ticket offer, but they don't have the money or they're not ready to invest. And that is a very small difference, but it's a big freaking difference in who your dream client is. Sometimes the only difference between a dream client and not a dream client is they're exactly like all of the other clients who have had money objections, but they just don't have money objections. So when you speak to this person, which is actually a very small percentage of your audience, and this is why it can be challenging to do, because it's so easy to just think of all the people when we're showing up and writing and publishing on the internet. But when you speak to that very specific person who is willing to invest now, you are going to start signing clients more easily. And this is the cool thing that happens when you really learn how to do this in your messaging. The people who haven't been ready to invest yet, they're going to start to move closer to being ready to invest by consuming your content. So you'll know if you're speaking to the wrong people when your inbox is filled with people with objections and reasons why they don't want to work with you now. When you learn to nail this in your messaging, objections completely go away. And you start having people jumping up in your inbox already having made the decision that they want to sign up for your offer. And this just leads to way easier sales and clients who are truly ready to do the work and to get the results your offer provides. So this is tied in with mindset number 3. Whether you're hearing these stories from real people in your inboxes, or whether your mind is just making up the money stories of your audience, which is the other really common thing that our mind will do. We will project stories as to why our audience isn't buying because we feel insecure, right? Which is very natural. When we're doing something that's literally tied to our paycheck, that's tied to our ability to put a roof over our head, to put food on the table, to pay our bills, when that doesn't feel certain or secure or consistent or reliable, which so often sales will never do in entrepreneurship, right? Like you don't know. Often people will buy at the last minute. Often 5 people will buy 1 month and then nobody will buy the next month. You can't control always how or when people are going to buy. So we need to do that mindset work to be in the faith and to not spiral into people aren't buying because they don't have the money, or people are scared to invest because of the economy, or whatever stories we are projecting onto our audience. It's so important not to do this, because then that bleeds into the way that we're talking in our content. And again, we start talking to the people who are not ready to invest versus the people who are. And however true these stories might be for some of the people in your audience, however many stories you're hearing or conversations you're having where this is a very true fact of life. For many people, your job is to remember that your next dream client is ready to invest. And what does that mean? Let's break it down a little bit. It means that solving the problem that your offer provides is their true priority right now. And these are very key qualities of dream clients, right? And you can see how when you're talking to people who it's not their true priority to solve this problem now, suddenly you make it your job to make it their priority. And that's where we get into manipulation. And that is not what we want, right? Our job is really to focus on showing up for, speaking to, and attracting the people who just are ready now. And like I said, in doing that, many of the people who maybe aren't quite ready, they'll become ready faster because they will see the value of your work, of the transformation. They'll be connected more to their desire than their fear when you show up and you keep speaking into that possibility in your content. So a big mindset shift that has helped me and that really helps clients, especially if they're not doing so well in business or money because maybe they've, made a ton of investments and they're not seeing the financial results yet. And I see people kind of going through this internal narrative of I need to focus on someone who's not like me, someone richer, right? And it's so common to invest. We invest so much in our businesses, and this is absolutely normal, right? Like no one's walking around Silicon Valley feeling shame because they invested so much in their business and they haven't seen results yet, like a year later. It's very normal to have runway and to invest and to be building skills and building audience and building assets and testing and refining, right? But especially when it comes to personal brands and we are the face of the brand and, we put so much heart and soul into our work and we maybe have some quick wins early on or go through a drier spell or we go through some mindset stuff or some life stuff that just kicks up these old patterns and these old stories. We have to constantly sift through that. And here is, again, those built-in forgetters that we were talking about on last week's episode. You forget how much skin you have in the game. You forget the level of your ambition and your commitment to your dreams and your goals. You forget how much money you have already invested in your dream and building skills and solving problems. And just because you're in a period of replenishing, or a period of where your resources have, been invested. And it's time to integrate and implement the things that you've been learning. Suddenly we're like, oh, I'm not good enough. I'm not good enough for the people who have money, or the people who have money are different from me. And this was a huge shift for me when I remembered this. My clients are like me. And yes, they might have a different bank balance than me right now, but maybe not, maybe they are just making this investment their absolute priority at this moment and they're saying no to other things. Or maybe they're taking out a loan or an interest-free credit card to get the support they know they need to get the result they want to be experiencing in their lives now. Or maybe they do have a fuck ton of money and they're just like me in all of the other important ways that are going to position them to get great results from working with me. So obviously we all have so many hangups around money. Obviously these get massively triggered every single freaking day in entrepreneurship. And it brings up all of those patterns and all of those insecurities. But when you really anchor into these mindset shifts and you remember them, when your brain starts freaking out, it starts projecting money stories on your audience. It starts putting you as so separate from everybody or feeling like people who have money and are willing to invest are just not in your world or not listening or not paying attention because it looks like that or there might not be any evidence of that. Really anchoring into these mindsets, it's going to shift your content in subtle ways, which is going to resonate way more with the person who is ready to invest now. And you'll stop repelling those ready to invest clients. And you'll stop seeing people showing up in your inbox with objections. And you'll really call forward the people who are already in your audience, who you can help and who want to have your support now. And this is really the difference between low ticket sales and high ticket sales. It is a very specific kind of person at a specific place in their journey of transformation with a specific mindset and a readiness to invest and to do the work and to create the results. And this is really important for us to speak to in our content. So if your high ticket offers aren't selling, it's likely that you might be making some of these mistakes in your copy and storytelling. It can be so subtle. And I have such a nose for this when I'm reading my clients' content and giving them feedback and edits. And this is just why it's so important to be doing the money mindset work alongside the work of your storytelling and copywriting, because a lot of this is unconscious very often. We really have to anchor in the belief that there are clients out there who are ready to invest in our high ticket offer. And we have to see the parts of ourselves that are invested, that are making moves, that are highly ambitious and committing to the results. And we have to speak to those parts of ourselves so we attract the clients who are actually ready and willing not only to invest in a high ticket offer, but to really show up and do the work it involves to create the real transformation of the results that you help your clients to get. And it can be, though it isn't always, quite different from someone who is investing in a lower ticket offer. So the key here is to make sure that we are still speaking to that high ticket client, even when we are selling our lower ticket offers. That way, everything we sell makes it easier to fill our high ticket offers. And we make sure that we are attracting the right people into our audience and we're engaging them with our content and message, and we're not repelling them. So this is part of the reason why I've made some really exciting changes to my upcoming round of the Cosmic Copy Mastermind, which kicks off in January. I've decided to switch the way that I run calls. So once a month, we'll have a copy lab where we use your astrology chart to craft your sales copy for the month, tailored to your most compatible dream clients who are ready to invest now, teaching you these specific messaging shifts. And then once a month, we're going to dive into the astrology of money to surface and shift the sneaky subconscious resistance patterns that sabotage your high ticket offer launch, with individualized coaching and rituals tailored to your specific challenges and the strategies revealed by your natal chart. I'm so freaking excited to dive into this, and I know it's going to make all the difference with shifting you into alignment and easier sales and client attraction. So I do currently have early bird pricing available for the early enrollment, and this cohort will be 5 months long. So we're going to wrap up before I give birth, which makes this container one of the most affordable prices to get that in-depth, personalized, long-term support from me that I have offered in a while. So I'm really, really excited for this. And if you know you are ready to have support from a mentor who takes the time to get to know you and your business, gives you copy edits that make the difference to your high ticket sales, and create space for you to feel seen and held, and get your questions answered every week so that you're making those strategic moves that are going to get you paid, you do not want to miss out on this round of the Cosmic Copy Mastermind. Early bird pricing is available for the next couple of weeks. Please do not hesitate to reach out to me if you have any questions or you want to have a no pressure DM chat to explore if the mastermind is a right fit for you. Feel free to reach out to me on Instagram at SarahMacMagic, or email me at sarah@withsarahmac.com. So definitely stay tuned for part 3 of the Soulmate Client Attraction Marketing series. And remember, if selling spots in your high ticket offer would be really life-changing for you over the coming months, it's only a skill set away. Your results will be yours when you commit to them. So let's freaking do this and gear up for the best, most abundant, most impactful, and creatively nourishing year ever in 2026. Sending you so much love. See you next week. Bye.